Welcome to Freelance Sucks. Here we discuss the dark side of freelancing about which nobody usually talks out loud. In this show, we speak with experienced freelancers, and I'm sure listening to their stories helps you prepare for freelancers' challenges. My name is Yuri, I'm a community builder at Code Control and 9am.works, and my guest is Said Saddouk, a freelance facilitator and host of the virtual events that aren't just attended but truly experienced by participants. So, welcome, Said.
Hey Yuri, thanks for having me.
Welcome. And the first question, what is the most challenging part for you of being a freelancer?
So you don't want my whole top 10 list, right?
Let's go for top 3.
Okay, let me see. I think to me one of the most challenging things is knowing my own worth. Because if you work at a company, you know your worth. It will come at the end of the month. It will be a check or a bank transfer or however. But knowing what value I add to the world or to clients, that's really the hardest thing for me to wrap my head around for a special reason. Because I do things that I would even do for free. I'm just saying, so you won't get it for free. But I'm just saying, this is so much fun to me, and I focus on the thing like, oh, this is passion, and this is kind of a hobby, and then adding a value to it and adding monetary value. Saying, okay, how much is this worth? And I just had fun for like a few hours. How can I charge you for me having fun? Isn't this kind of a weird concept of life? Okay, I had fun, and no, I send you a check. But this is something I also have to put into action, and have to learn how to do it. It's not about myself; it's about the value I add to you, or how much money can you generate out of what I taught you, or what I did for you, or what I created for you? But this is really something that I need to evolve in steps where I feel comfortable. Like, okay, I don't care if I had fun or not. It was still work from your perspective.
Yeah.
You could have also paid somebody who hates to do it, and you would have paid him, right? So why not me and getting the fun part also?
I feel like if you are paying somebody who is having fun out of that and who loves doing it, you receive much better results. Because I can imagine if you like hiring somebody who's like, oh my God, I hate this job so much, but I will do it for money.
But they're of course more focused on the business part. I like to compare to soccer or football. It depends. Or people who do sports in general. I mean, they like to play soccer or football. I mean, they have done it their whole childhood, and now they get paid millions for having fun on the field. Of course, it's more professional. I mean, they have to deliver outcome, which is similar to anybody else. If you hire a freelancer, you want, of course, outcome. But I'm just saying, they also have fun, and nobody complains about all the Ferraris and things and houses they can buy from their contract. So yeah, maybe I'm not a football player, but this is a life goal to see it, to just have a mind switch. Okay, this is something. Why not? Why not just performing in something that is easy for me to do, and but others couldn't do it, and I like and enjoy to watch it and to pay for it and go every weekend to the stadium or pay-per-view or whatever they spend their money on.
Got it. I will not ask you about all those Ferraris you have, but still, as you are doing something like not very usual thing, like some connection of facilitation plus entertainment, how do you decide what is your rate? How do you decide what to charge clients?
I have people to tell me. I just recently, last week, I attended a boot camp for facilitators to exactly define this, because I have an idea of what I'm worth, and I'm so way off from what is realistic and what it actually should be. because in the past I decided the rate on the actual work. So let's say if we do a workshop together, or I create something for you, I think about, okay, it's like a 90-minute workshop and 90 minutes times whatever in euro, and that's it. But I forgot about all these things that I prepared and that didn't feel like preparation, or I prepared weeks ago, but it was still work I put into it. I forgot about all the skills I have to put into it that maybe others don't have. That's why they're paying somebody to do something, right? So I was really focused on what's the work part of all of this, and work is the delivery at the end, and it isn't. There is so much more, and that's something I'm again, because we talked about it before, that's something I need to put more into action. Okay, this is the whole thing from A to Z that led to your workshop or your event or your content or your training or whatever, but still feels I get it in my head. Okay, it all makes sense, but still it's a little bit of cringy. So, but I wouldn't pay for it. Like, so I wouldn't pay somebody, imaginary figure, I wouldn't pay somebody like 1,000 euro for 2 hours of something. Yeah, but I don't need to. I don't see any additive value for me, but others maybe see. So just things that I have to change in my mind to make all the things I have fun with more business and being able to pay the rent and the cat food from it. So,
you know, the more it's interesting for somebody and the more you get experience, the harder it is for you to charge, because like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun. It's so easier for me. How can I charge this much? But then it reminded me this anecdote I heard that once Pablo Picasso was sitting somewhere in the cafe and somebody, oh my God, Pablo, it's you. Can you please do me a picture or something like that? And he was like, yeah, sure. So he just took this napkin, just took a pen and just wrote something like, here we are, $5,000. Like, what? Why $5,000? You just spent 5 minutes. I spent whole my life, you know?
Yeah.
So that's exactly what many freelancers are forgetting about. And they just charge exactly for hours, and they don't care about all their experience, all their connections, all their time they spent preparing for that. But that's, I totally understand you on this point.
But I think it's something that needs experience and that needs to be tried out. I mean, once you start charging, or at least asking for it, okay, this is my offer for whatever you were asking me to do. And if the first one says, yeah, that's fine, I'll pay it, then okay, then you have I think then you can create your comfort zone and say, okay, I expanded my comfort zone a little bit and it's totally fine for customer A and customer B. And next time I will add something to it just because I undervalued myself, and then maybe evolving gradually, and so that for myself, I don't want to give tips to anybody, but for myself, where I feel comfortable and confident. Yeah, that's why I'm worth. At the moment, for something that I can tell you the figure, but it's more with that's my number, and it doesn't feel like I'm confident about the value I deliver, because I'm not even confident about the price I want to ask for. So, but everything is practice and evolving and trial and error, and maybe it doesn't work out. But ask me in a few months again, and I can tell you how it worked out for me.
We'll try. So, what is the most time-consuming things you must deal with, except for work itself?
Unnecessary things. I would like to focus on the things that bring me joy, and this is creation and being creative. Mm-hmm. And it consumes a lot of time because once I'm in the flow and putting on my music and just creating things and working on concepts and ideas that nobody asked for by now, but it doesn't matter. I don't work until you tell me what I should create. I create things that might be something for somebody, and all these creative things that take up so much time, because I enjoy them and I forget about time, and I'm doing this for 4 hours now. Who cares? Let's move on and add something to it and work on all the details and so on. But this is really a first world problem. And then on the other hand, there are things that are more important where I spend less time on, and that's the business part, which I should focus more on. So, okay, no, I created everything. How about telling people that they can buy it from you, or that they can hire you for this, or that they can, that you like to get paid, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
They should know you're not just only doing entertainment, and this then feels like work and is, trying to get it out of the way, not spending too much time on it. It's not a great balance, but I hope it will get better soon.
Exactly. And I wonder, do you ever nervous as a freelancer?
If I'm nervous,
Yes.
the whole time, not when I'm by myself. If I'm in my comfort zone, it's totally fine. I'm nervous like the first 5 minutes before I go live everywhere. Now I have the call with a potential customer who reached out to me because maybe there will be questions I have no answer for, or maybe there will be things I don't understand, or whatever it is. Before hosting any event, I'm so nervous. Once it starts, it's totally fine, but it's still a stage fright. Okay, now it's getting serious. That's the little thing. Okay, now it's getting serious, or tomorrow there is this one thing. But once it starts, and I can just be myself, and it's totally fine. But overthinking things. Okay, but if this happens, then I should have a plan for this. And what's the answer? It's not a job interview. I don't need to prepare for everything. But also. I don't think it will ever go away. It's still excitement. It's the day I'm not nervous anymore. I think I don't know if it's a good thing to okay, this is just a regular thing, and it became like it doesn't matter anymore. If I lose excitement in something, maybe I should think about a new thing to add or to change in what I'm doing.
Yeah, I can relate to, like his palms are sweaty, next week's arms are heavy. So that's exactly
correct.
how it works, like Eminem just already phrased it for I guess for many people out there, and that's exactly why we love them. And
it's a freelancer anthem, yeah.
Exactly. And as a freelancer, do you ever feel professional loneliness?
Professional loneliness. Sometimes I miss it in person because I don't know that many freelancers in person, especially people who are maybe in the same field or have the same interest. But luckily, in this virtual world, there is always somebody you can reach out to, or you can talk to, whatever it is, if it's sharing successes or just complaining about all the things that don't work out. I don't think so. And even with my 3 a.m. in the morning time slot, there's somebody who's awake in the USA I can bother. So it's totally fine the way it is, due to thanks to all the tools we have. And as a geek, I don't need I don't need that much in-person contact. Of course, sometimes it's just disconnecting from the matrix and going out into the real world is a nice thing. But just in case, there's always somebody. It's either Malaysia or it's the US. There's somebody awake just waiting for me to ask stupid questions, or
it's always 9 a.m. somewhere,
It's yeah. Whoa, I like that. You should have this as a slogan. It's always 9 a.m. somewhere.
If your friend wanted to become a freelancer, what are top 3 things you'd advise them to consider before going freelancing?
Told you I'm great in giving advices that I don't stick to. So let's see.
Let's do it.
I think one thing is be sure who you are. So what's your brand? I learned the word signature, which I like a lot. So what's your signature? What makes you unique? Because there will be a million other people who create websites or host workshops or give training. So why you? Why should people pay you for what makes you unique? That's one thing. Adding to this is finding a niche. Just because that's something I have had for a long time. Just because you are great at a lot of things, it doesn't mean everything can be put into business, or it's that everything, your whole spectrum can be just promoted or can be sold. So just again, who's your audience? Who do you want as your client, as your audience? Who do you want to reach out to? It can't be everything for everybody. This doesn't work out. You also don't go to a doctor who cures everything for everybody. It doesn't work out, I think. At least I wouldn't go there. There are specialists for everything. And then okay, if I cannot see correctly, I will go to the eye doctor and so on. And let me see for a third thing. Maybe we'll take a minute. You should take it serious. So if you want to live from it or have it as a side hustle, you should make sure that you understand the business part. So it's not only about creation. If you're good at doing something, it does not mean you are great at selling it or great at, having doing your finances or doing the taxes or reaching out to people. If you're somebody who's introverted who cannot talk to a client, and work on it first, or try to work on it very early so that you can get your product to the potential customer. Only being great in something will not bring you a cent, I think.
Unless you share a lot of content, unless you have a lot of connections. But yeah, that's exactly the work that freelancers has do. Yeah.
Which is part of the work, having connections and creating content and sharing it and being visible in general. It's part of the promo and selling part. Either you are fluent in it and you don't care about it, just do it without thinking, oh, this is promotion, or you have to learn, okay, I need to figure out how to promote without overthinking it, of course. You don't need a whole plan of what do I share when on TikTok and which times are the best. Just do it, but still you should be able to tell people that they can buy from you and hire you and etc.
Totally agree. Now, Said, I wish to have the sky as a limit, but time is a limit. So the final question, if you were starting freelancing today, what is one thing you would have done differently?
Finding my niche earlier. So who are my clients, or who are the people that can benefit most from my content, and focusing on them without forgetting all the other things, but finding the focus on who do I target, and can later always be expanded.
Got it. Said, thank you so much for sharing your challenges and for having such an open conversation.
Thanks, Yuri.
And thank you so much for listening. If you like the show, hit the like button or 5-star and share it with your friends. That's it. We're done. See you in the next episode.